Hello and welcome back to the Anfield boot room. I haven't done an episode for a while, so I thought I would do one and just catch up on what's been happening in the last few months. As you can see, we are now in the 15th of March, and I last recorded on the 26th of December. I had to look that up myself because I couldn't really remember. I've been seemingly playing a lot in Rage recently, and part of that has been down to the ongoing Liverpool bingo, right? So the rules seemingly are either I get a player sent off, I concede a penalty, or the other team score their first shot on target. And it seems to happen incredibly often, and sometimes in conjunction with each other, and it's, oh my god, it does my head in. And so I end up just playing another game because I want to reassure myself that I'm not going crazy and this isn't some kind of curse. So we'll review the matches, we'll then review the transfers. I can't remember what happened in January, but probably something. What might we do? I might show you some funny names. Then, if we have time, I'm just noting the time now, we will play a big match. So, I left you here. We won going against Stoke. Then, next up against Leicester, we won 2-0. It was thoroughly deserved. They weren't having many shots, so I was slightly worried that they were going to score, but they didn't. So good. Although actually two really late goals, a little bit like the Brazil win recently. Interesting stuff. So that made it 3 Premier League wins on the bounce. Then I went to Bolton, played a very much a youngers side, and created well. 4 clear-cut chances, 2 goals. Happy with that. I can't actually remember these games because they seem like a long time ago. Oh yeah, I got absolutely hammered by Man United. I remember there being very specific things about this game. Yeah, seemingly they did well with Nicholas Otamendi at the back, questionable. Yeah, we just got hammered. We didn't really seem to have an answer for it. Everyone was doing terribly, and there was no, I don't remember a clear reason. But yeah, 3-0, absolutely hammered. Fans devastated. Me devastated because they're Premier League rivals. But we did bounce back the next week with a 2-0 win against Arsenal. Balotelli on the 3rd minute and the 51st minute. Balotelli continuing his awesome form. Us really dominating the game. 5 clear-cut chances. Top-notch stuff. So a good bounce back, which is important. We're just progressing through the FA Cup, playing weaker teams, playing weakened teams, which is good. So yeah, again, we seem to be, the style of the football is we create a lot of chances. We manage to get some shots on target. Some of them are really good chances, and if we manage to score some of those, then we can generally win the game. Then I had a week's gap, but I think I played a weekend team because of a game that comes after the Burnley game, but a stunning 3-2 loss. Now, we didn't have the best game, but they scored their first shot on target, they scored their second shot on target, and also their 4th shot on target. So I was just really pissed off. And also, we had by far more chances. We had 3 clear-cut chances, and we were only able to finish off 2 of those. And so, yeah, they didn't have any of the game. Even though it towards the end when I was just throwing people up there, they had a few more chances, but then they weren't even good ones. Oh, very annoying. But I was resting players for the Chelsea game, so with one hand you are takes it away, with the other hand you give. And this was in fact another one. Amazingly, Chelsea. You see again, actually similar stats to the Burnley game. We absolutely dominated. We were rampant. They scored their first and second shot on target. Cesc Fabregas with a free kick. That was literally, they had 2 shots, 2 on target, 2 goals. And I was like, for God's sake, guys, what is wrong with you? I thought we started the second half well, but then we got back into it. 90th minute goal from Eder, and I was very happy because I thought the Burnley result was so unjust, and then this result would have been so unjust. But winning against a Premier League rival is important. Obviously, beating Burnley is important as well. But, you know, Liverpool aren't great at beating Burnley. That has been shown historically. Then back to business with a 4-0 victory over Swansea. They had 1 shot on target. We scored in the 2nd minute, the 10th minute, the 30th minute, the 40th minute. We just do an early blitz, right? That seems to be the way of it. We just do a 4 click-up chances, 4 goals. Works for me. We just do an early blitz. Carlos Baiano is absolutely incredible. He just seems a real solid player. I don't know. He's developing quite nicely. I'm sure if I reference back to other videos, you could probably see his actual statistical development. He seems to get a lot of shots on target, and then by virtue of that, quite a lot of them go in because he generally tends to be quite close to the goal. And that's how football works. Right, so then going on to a 3-1 victory against Aston Villa. Eder scored 2 goals. I can't really remember why, but there are 2 shots on target. So you can see the tactics are working. It's all working. It's all good in games like this when technically we didn't have any clear-cut chances. We still scored 3 goals. So that's because we had 31 bloody shots. 3 goals, 31 shots. I mean, it's still, to be fair, it's still stunning, but we're able to contain, so that's good. Birmingham, another good FA Cup result against a weaker team. Just using my youngers, so Koval, Bazoa, but Tielemans is getting more games, people like that. Gerson. Jesus and Malcolm were having absolutely miserable seasons, but I think in a game coming up they both played stunningly, so I'll let them off. Another good game against West Ham, still winning, creating less chances here. I can't quite remember why, but you know, 4 clear cut, so technically should be enough, really, shouldn't it? Should be enough for anybody. We had Kennedy up front. Kennedy, he's playing in a lot of different positions. He's playing a lot off the bench. He still seems to be doing all right, even though, yeah. Anyway, his potential has collapsed a little bit, which I'm not happy about, really. Oh, 1-0 loss to Bournemouth. 20th place Bournemouth. 20th place Bournemouth. They scored in the 81st minute. I mean, we were dominating, and they were just literally every one of their chances was on the break, and they just this was it. They just had fucking lanky centre backs. So he played really well because all he can do is defend and head. He got man of the match. Literally, all he can do is head. He's just not the kind of players that should be getting man of the match against me. And then they scored some shitey goal. And everybody else just played really badly, and I was really unhappy. We had 3 clear-cut chances. Of course, we did. Converted none of them. They had none. Converted 1. So 13 corners. 13 fucking corners. Unbelievable. Yeah, so we lose to last place Bournemouth. Stuff like that. Shit like that happens. But, again, give with one hand, take with the other. We beat Juve 1-0. Oof. Big result in the Champions Cup first knockout leg. I was going to say I remember it being a pretty even game. They had a few weak spots like Paul Garcia, I presume, just in there because someone else is injured or something. But, they've got a great squad. They got Buffon, Chiellini. Asamoah is pretty good. Pogba, Vidal is classed as a world-class centre mid. His stats are absolutely horrific to play against. Marquisio, Schneider, Berardi. I can add Berardi to the list of players that I've nearly signed and then thought better of it. So Isco, I nearly signed him for 30 million and then thought, is that what my game's about? Not quite. Berardi, I nearly signed him for about 20 million. And I'm clearly just scouting him again for some reason. Because, yeah, he's really good. He's consistent. He enjoys big matches. He's not, I mean, obviously he's not going to be 5 stars, but he's going to be pretty damn good. And Juventus just bought him off Sassuolo, who they co-owned him with. So he's not really new to the club, but I figured this was actually quite funny. Juve's transfer business. So they signed Berardi at the start of the season, and I was trying to get him off them. And then during the transfer window, they signed Icardi, who I was also after. Having previously had him at Charlton, I know he's an excellent striker. He got snapped up by PSG, and then PSG, of course, stuck him on the transfer list. I just don't understand them. But Juve somehow managed to negotiate a much better deal. They wanted 14 million from me. They accepted 9.5 million from Juve. I'm hoping that there are some kind of clauses in there that explains that shit. But yeah, he wanted loads of wages and stuff, so I can't be doing with that. But yeah, he is excellent. And then they've also bought Jose Perez, who's also fairly excellent. So one of those, Berardi, Icardi, or Perez, is gonna at some point drop to the transfer list because they just can't play all of them. They have already good strikers. And so I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for Icardi or Berardi to get dissatisfied. Hopefully Perez won't, because I don't really want Perez. But there we go. A 1-0 win against Juve, even game. Very happy with that. It was away as well, which is great. Then back in the Prem, 2-0 win against Newcastle. I had 46 shots. 46 shots. They had 2. I had 24 shots on target. They had one off the woodworks, and only 2 clear-cut chances of the 46 shots. I'm not quite sure what was going on here, but it's Balotelli. When you play Balotelli, he just hammers the goal with shots until they go in, basically. But yeah, we're getting closer to where I am right now. We got vengeance on Hull, who beat us 1-0 in the Prem, to dump them out of the FA Cup. They weren't even good. I played some reserves. This was where Malcolm and Gabriel Jesus finally scored some fucking goals. Christ on a bike he's not progressing that well. Or Malcolm. Gabriel Jesus, however, is progressing quite well, having come on 14 times. Yeah, so all good. And then we had Sturridge back from injury as well. You know, stuff is happening. 2-2 draw against Everton. Coleman got sent off for 2 yellows. They scored their first shot on target. Lukaku again. You look at that. I had 28 shots. They had 6. And then I had a player sent off for. It was just. Like, it looked like an innocuous foul on the halfway line, but apparently it was like a horror foul. So, yeah, I was pretty fed up, obviously. We absolutely dominated. 2 clear-cut chances, 2 off the woodwork, 28 shots. You would think that I would win the game. But I literally, you see the 89th minute goal, literally just nudged in there at the end. So, I mean, at least I didn't lose to Everton, because that would have been pretty bad. The fans were absolutely devastated with a draw, which seemed annoying. But yeah, it could have been worse, I guess. And then it takes us up to today, when we are playing Juve in the second leg. But I don't know if we're going to manage to fit all that in, because quite a lot of other stuff has happened. Right, so if we now have a little looky at what happened in January, because that might be vaguely important. So there it is. So, we've got some players in. Obviously, Kevin McIntosh goes into the under-21s. Vangelis Athanasio, I don't know how to say it. He's straight into the under-21s. These are going to be really good players, obviously. Otherwise, I wouldn't buy them. Got Luka Jovic, who I signed actually ages ago. I've sent him out on loan to try and get some more experience, because he's technically going to be good, but he's not got those stars at the end, because his potential has dropped off somewhat. So I'm hoping that Benfica are going to actually fucking play him. But, maybe I'll just sit on the bench. That'll be annoying. Karel Kubek is another youngster. Imran Benali, similar. I believe I'm training to be a centre defensive midfielder. Yes, I am. Matthias Yellen is looking to be quite good. He's probably Polish, isn't he? Yep. And so, yeah, he's pretty good. Rayan Perrier might be decent. Got good determination in there. Like a bit of that. I bought Morata. I think, had I already discussed this? Yeah, I was getting Morata in for 2 million. He's got a value of 7 million. I tried to loan him out, but no one's interested. He's not going to play. He is actually quite good, but I don't want to, where I could be playing Gabriel Jesus, play Alvaro Morata instead. He's good, but not that good. I hope to sell him on for more, although my gambles on these players have been going increasingly wrong. Although, having said that, I have got I don't know if it shows here. Scroll. But I have got I've got a confirmed transfer out for Konoplyanka. Got something like 25, 28 million for him, so that was pretty good. Abdelak Nouri, who I believe, actually, he's been in the news, and it's because Ajax mismanaged him in relation to a heart condition that he has. So, yeah, he just had a thing with his heart condition, and then no one was able to help him. But yeah, he's pretty good. He goes out on loan. He's still got that 5-star potential, so he's maybe going to be world class. He's playing at Aston Villa, who are in the Premier League. He's played some games. Happy with that, to be honest. Didier Fofana, he might be good one day, maybe not. These potentials are just dropping off. And Kurt Zouma for 15 million. Now, this was very cheeky. As you can see, this was on the last day of the transfer window. And, I kind of fairly consistently scout these players so that I can see if getting hold of them is going to be achievable, if the transfer is going to be worthwhile, and if I can get my top targets. Kurt Zouma was one of my top targets because in a short while he will become a homegrown English player, which is very useful. I'm finding actually I don't have many of those at the minute. And also he's an absolute rock. He's obviously 6'2", very solid defensive stats, amazing physical stats, good mental stats. You can't ask for much more. On my Charlton game, he became an absolute beast. On this game, apparently his potential has dropped off, and this is as good as he's going to get. I don't quite believe it, but we'll see. And I got him for a reasonable price, so a lot of that is spread out. I know it's 15 million, but a lot of it's spread out because Chelsea bought who's that silly sod who was at Newcastle? Can't remember his name. Let's have a look. Chancellor Mbemba. Yeah, there he is, Chancellor Mbemba. They bought him for like 18 million quid. So then obviously sold off the actually much better Kurt Zouma. So yeah, he can be a feature of my defence for years to come. So I'm pretty happy with that. A little bit expensive, but I wanted to stop into getting him as well. I didn't know he would be around for 15 million. Last time I offered for him, we negotiated at about 25 million, and I thought, nah, fam. So yeah, so I got him for 15, which is not bad. Going out during January, we didn't have much luck actually selling players. We loaned out Kranovita. He's playing incredibly, so he's like boosting his value, boosting his experience. He's getting much better. He's actually a great player. I'm not quite sure what his future will hold, but we don't know. Jesse is out at Tottenham, doing well, boosting his value, that sort of thing, taking off his wages, all good, happy with that. Vallejo, who I can't remember if I explained earlier, I actually buggered up. He should have been a homegrown Liverpool player. He's going to be a homegrown English player instead, because I, even after years of playing the game, slightly miscalculated some things. So yeah, I now have a better understanding of it even more, because I thought it was about birth dates, but it's actually about your age when the season starts. So yeah, hence why I've actually loaned out people like Luka Jovic, because he was 17 when this season started. So next year when he's 18, he will need to be at Liverpool to become a homegrown product. So I can manipulate it in that way. We've also sent out Carlos Fernandes, who's doing much better at Charlton than he did, where was he before, Cardiff. Oh, and yeah, I did also bugger up him. So I've buggered up him, and I've also buggered up, where's the other guy who it's too late for now? Yeah, so Ante Coric, who I bought in for 5.5 million because I wanted to make him homegrown at this age because he still has excellent potential. Essentially, by sending him to Welsh club Cardiff, who play in the English League, I can't now make him a homegrown English product. And same with Carlos Fernandez. So that's really peeved me off because I've not come across that before that I can remember, and it seems really dumb. Seems really dumb. It should be like UK, but then yeah, I get why it's not. But at the same time, they're playing the fucking English League. So yeah, these guys are not going to be any kind of homegrown. But he's doing much better at a proper English club, and I think Coric is still at Cardiff because they were playing him quite nicely. But I'm still pissed off. I'm still annoyed. Who else has gone out? So it was slicing the squad, dicing the squad. Nathan has gone out to Leeds. He will be home English grown, but he needed more games because he was just sitting on the bench, really. Same with Gololungo, who is also on loan at Leeds, who are my feeder club. He's playing quite well. I expect him to try and maximise his potential because he has no chance of being homegrown. But there we go. Casquech is out in Argentina because he was technically 17 at the start of this season. Manipulate, that sort of thing. That's my deal. Hopefully he'll get a bit better because even if he pushes up one, I mean, they told me he was 5-star. He's not going to be 5-star. But even if you push up one, 16, 15, 15, 15, 15, 16, I mean, 15 on decisions and quick as well. Like, that's pretty good. That's pretty good going. And I've loaned out some of these guys who are young. Right, so what have we done? We've done games, we've done transfers. We could, I feel like, I would do some silly names because it's youth season for me. So I've got lots and lots of pending transfers and all sorts going on here. Confirmed transfers, that's 42 negotiating confirmed transfers, all for players who are about 12, or particularly Brian Tucker. I have a little look at that. So I'm trying to chat him into coming. He's Welsh, he's 15, he started with Man United, he can just sit there. This is why I play the centre attacking mid position in Football Manager, because I would be a 4-4-2, but then you miss out on players like this who can't really play on the wing because he's not quick. He can't really play in the centre because he's 5'2", but he's great at dribbling, he's great at long shots, he's great at passing, and is good mentally. So you just sit him there and he'll score goals and he'll create chances. And I think he's going to be utterly unbelievable. And I really hope he doesn't like Man United that much. And he could like Liverpool instead. Anyway, there's a few others like that. Oh yeah, Ogun Odabasi. I don't know if he's actually Turkish Nigerian, like the name would maybe suggest. Ogun Odabasi. Anyway, so he looks to be a great young keeper. I'm having to spend more money than I would like. I don't really know why, because he's only just come into the game, but whatever. Happy with that. I feel like there was something else on the list. No, I'm not going to do silly names. I am instead going to play the game. So I've set up my team. All of these guys are unregistered because of various things. Konoplyanka is going out, I believe, to Monaco because they have loads of money, so they always sling it at me. So yeah, that'll come in the new season. This is gonna be tense. So yeah, I think I might get beaten, but I'm nervy. Ugh. Absence of Emmanuel Mamana, who's a 20-year-old centre-back. Weird. Tevez and Llorente up front, Marquisio, Vidal, Pogba. Jesus. These guys are pretty good, guys. I'm just going to set up my team in the usual... Set up my team in the usual way. Just checking that Carlos Tevez... I've accidentally put to close down the keeper. The reserve keeper. Oh, amazing. Yeah, I want to close down that reserve keeper. He's a right wanker. Actually, I believe he has really poor kicking, so Yeah. Anyway, sorry, I should probably not know so much about the Juve reserve keeper. Sadly, I do, because that's the kind of guy I am. Oh, I forgot to say, when we were playing Liverpool Bingo, I had a thought earlier, being my dangerous thoughts. I thought it'd be funny. I should maybe, in my head, I should come up with a jingle, but then also, when we hit on one of these, either we give away a penalty, we get sent off, something like that, we should say scouse instead of house. I thought that'd be quite funny in my head. Forgot all about it. Got excited because I started a video. But there you go. For next time, maybe there can be some virtual audience participation or something. Right. Okay. So basically, I'm closing down their whole team and going in hard on them because they're really good. Go out there and take control of this tie. Yeah, I would like you to take control of the tie. Will that go down well? That has gone down well. Excellent. There's a lot more to come. Midfield, there's a lot more to come. And Ballo, if you don't like this, no, Ballo's in deep thought. Oh, can't you just score? You've scored so many goals. Just score some more. How about that? Dumb prick. Yeah, so I told you I did fall out with Ballo, but I think he's back on board now. This was why when he was happy, I signed him on a nice long contract, because I thought that would probably be quite important. Or Llorente is winning these headers. He's flicking them onto the devilish Tevez, and I'm not particularly liking this, because I feel like they have a great midfield: Marquisio, Pogba, and Thingybob Vidal. Ooh, Hendo with flipping. They've only got flipping Pirlo on the bench, so. But right, and come on, Baiano, yes, sneaks it in. Good lad. We are, of course, at Anfield. Oh, commentator, I would not have said that Juve are sinking without a trace. They're very much in this. If they score 2 goals, they go through. So, and we've got a lot of minutes left. So please, No, Lichtsteiner. No, Llorente. Oh, God. So yeah, please, Mr. Commentator, can you calm the fuck down, please? Yeah, Balotelli, I have him on free kicks because he's really good at free kicks. But then even when they're like on the halfway line, he still takes them. I don't know how to. Oh, fair enough, Soul. I don't know how to change that, because obviously you'd rather he be in the box and someone else be crossing it in. But when it comes to fair play, Memphis. When it comes to attacking around the box, he's good at free kicks. Right. Oh, dear me. Soul winning off Llorente. That's good. That's what we want to see. That's why they're there. Go on, Sterling. Does some trickery. Coutinho. Hendo. Oh, Memphis. No. Oh, good. Clip back across. No, they're pinned in their box, but we can't. They're good European. Go on, Ballo. If you nip this in that little top corner there, just smack it. Oh, no, he's gone for a cross. Not what I would have done if I was Mario Balotelli, but. Oh, see, they're getting away playing free kicks. Go on, Ballo. This one now. This top corner here. No, he's going to miss this. Oh, Hendo. Oh, you absolute. I mean, it was a tight angle. Right. Someone run for that, please. Lordy me. You question. Oh, they have got good firepower. Tevez is brilliant. Baiano? Is he the new Tevez? Whoa! What a goal! Balotelli made the goal. Oh yeah, he's an artist now. What is this guy running around with his arms up for? That's really weird. And he just absolutely canes it. That's really funny. I have no idea why that guy was running around with his arms up the whole time. I don't know if he has an arm injury. This is the weirdness of this 3D. I'm sure 3D in the new game, which I do now have, which is the prospect of which is scaring me slightly. See, Coutinho need to train on those long shots. I literally have him training on long shots, but he's still not scoring any of them. Yeah, I'm sure the 3D will be better on the new game. I'm slightly terrified to try it out. I'm also too addicted to this game. So actually, I'm quite enjoying this game now. We are 3-0 up on aggregate. Ooh, that was almost good. No, see, he receives it, plays the target man, then Tevez causes trouble. But luckily, we seem to have enough back there at the minute to sort it out, and then enough in good positions further up the pitch to fair play to enough options to then play it out of defence and do well. Okay, it has been excellent, but don't get complacent. Oh, feck off, Bayano. Right, you were good, but then if I say you were good, then Balotelli gets upset. Useless bastard. I'm going to keep everyone on because I can't remember what our next game is. It's Blackburn, 19th place Blackburn, managed by Kenny Jackett, captained by Grant Hanley. Christ on a bike. I mean, this is another one, like the Burnley game and the Bournemouth game and the whole game. Don't make me think about that stuff. I shouldn't lose that game, really. If I play a slightly weakened squad, I believe now what I used to do for Charlton, because I had a world-class 2-11s, I used to play... Oh, no, Bayern's injured. Shit. We've only got one real striker. Okay, well, that's fine. Gabriel Barbosa can drop off and Balotelli can go up. So Charlton's 2-11s. So I used to play match to match. If we had 2 matches in 1 week, I would play completely different 11s. And, Dragovic as well. Come on, man. Our only... I don't really want to play Andre Wisdom because he was a bit of a wanker with me earlier in the season. He's not bad, though. He's not bad. Might drop Emre Can. Is he actually a good centre-back? Compare him to Wisdom. I mean, obviously he's a better player than him. Yeah, he's basically as good a defender and then much better at everything else. So let's drop him to right back. Let's bring in Lucas Badger because he's a lad. He can do all the donkey work and Hendo can play a bit more football on the deep lying playmaker role. There we go. I seem to be getting a lot of people injured, so I'm slightly hesitant about using my next sub. I might use it about 75, see how that goes. But they should really be... Yeah, we need to keep our stamina up, in fact, because they should be mounting what would be an absolutely mad comeback. I don't want to curse myself, so I'm going to touch some wood, which I've just done. Tap the table. Llorente off the bar. Right. But we're still... Oh, no, I was going to say we're still up there, but we're not now because they cleared it. How come... I feel like we need to mark tight on Llorente because he doesn't move that much. He's just big, and we don't seem to be able to deal with him. Go on. Breakaway from Liverpool. Oh, Ballo, that was actually a really good shot. Okay, right. Who is tired? Jordan Henderson. Although he's playing really well and Coutinho is playing really shite. So I'm going to take Coutinho off for Goretzka because that's where I'm trying to get him to play, in the centre attacking midfield. So he's rather good. Well, this has gone incredibly well. It's been a bit of a long episode. It's not over yet, so I probably shouldn't say that. I bought Berard. No. Oh yeah, that was the thing I wanted to show you. One of Everton's goals, literally. I'll just pause it for a minute. So it was fairly similar, but even deeper. So Mamana was about here, headed it across to either the centre back or the goalkeeper, who were here and here, and then Lukaku was like here, and he just kind of ambled towards them. Neither of them did anything, and then he just kicked the ball in the goal. It was very frustrating, and that was their first shot on target. Scouse! Do you like that? I'm not sure if that worked or not. Oh God! Also, personal interest. I've having had it recommended to me by at least 17 people now. I've started listening to the Ellis James and John Robbins radio podcast because I can get off internet. And I just do it while playing Football Manager or doing the washing up. And it's funny. I've gone all the way back. So it's like 4 years ago. Oh well, this is a classic European victory. Let's not take away from that. I'm very pleased. By Arno the Star, who's obviously now gone off. Brilliant stuff. Right, I'm going to take a quick drink because, as you can tell, I've got a little frog in my throat. Lordy me. Right. Ian Atherton, you clearly know nothing about football because you backed Juventus against the choo-choo train that is Liverpool FC. 3 shots from Juve. So, Bournemouth did better, really. Although Bournemouth beat me. So, yeah, let's not quibble. Carlos Baiano up there with obviously Messi and Ronaldo and Andres Cornelius. Actually, to be fair, this is a real. So Messi, Ronaldo, Balotelli, Ibrahimovic, Thiago Ribeiro, random. Cool. Okay, so amazing stuff. I am through. I don't know if it already tells me who I have in the next round, or if it's. Oh no, it's drawn again. Some other stuff is happening. Is any of it particularly? Oh, some young players agreed to sign for me. That's awesome. I will do the press conference. How about is Baiano? 5 to 6 weeks. That's not good. Is he even injury prone? I don't think he is. No. Oh, boo. Anyway, so I love this. As long as we're still in the competition, we've got a chance of winning it. Because if you get knocked out of the competition, you've got no chance of winning it. If you're the only one in the competition, you've won it. I don't understand that answer, but I always say it because, yeah, magnificent strike. Balotelli, actually, he got an assist, so he played really well. So shush. I just don't want to chat about it because I'll make that the headline. My squad is strong. Yes, that's true. Jordan Hendo, yeah, he's actually really good. Baiano's terrific. Cool. Awesome. So I think I will close there. I probably forgot to do a whole bunch of stuff, but it's been like 35 minutes. So I will just call it a day. I hope you have enjoyed the update on my progress and also some live match action so you could see the Liverpool train. I don't know where I'm getting this train thing from. Liverpool train chugging away. All right. Bye, guys.